Okay, once again, good afternoon to everyone. Bonjour à tout le monde. First of all, we will revise where we ended on Saturday. This is lesson number 2. Lesson name is Présente-toi. Présente-toi means introduce yourself. Since you know already in class 4 you learn how to introduce yourself. Now it's been shown how to have a conversation informal and formal. So in informal conversation, suppose you are talking to a same age group person, suppose your classmate, your colleague, your friend, or a family member, you can ask to him or her, Comment tu t'appelles? Comment tu t'appelles? It means what is your name, or literally if we translate, it means how do you call yourself? How do you call yourself? Now the person answer with Je m'appelle. Je m'appelle means I call myself Paul. Suppose the person is answering with Je m'appelle Paul. Me, I can answer Je m'appelle Rajesh. You, Nitansh, you can answer Je m'appelle Nitansh. Ananya can say Je m'appelle Ananya. Comment tu t'appelles is what is your name or how do you call yourself. So the so the an so the answer is Je m'appelle Paul. Je m'appelle Paul. Now if you want to ask the age of that person, you ask him or her quel âge as-tu? Quel âge means which age do you have? Which age do you have? So suppose the person is having 10 years of age, so he or she will say j'ai 10 ans. J'ai 10 ans means I am 10 years old or I have 10 years of age. In this we are using the verb avoir. Now the third question to ask a person, where does he or she live? Où habites-tu? Where do you live? Où habites-tu? The verb here used here is habiter. Habiter. Où habites-tu? Tu means it's very much similar as tum. When we say in Hindi tum, it's tu. Informal way when you talk to your friends or colleagues or classmates. So the person can say Jabit Anis. Suppose if I ask now to one of you, où habites-tu? So your answer will be J'habite à Indore. J'habite à Indore means I live in Indore. A with accent, grave accent, it is a preposition. It means to, at, or in. So here in answer we are using a is at in. I live in Indore. The person is saying J'habite à Nice. Nice is a coastal city in France, a very beautiful place. J'habite à Nice. Now, in formal conversation, suppose you are talking or asking to a person who is elder than you, suppose to a man. First one was going to a boy. Now, to a man, you want to ask his name. So, the question will be Comment vous appelez-vous? Comment vous appelez-vous? So the person answers, Je m'appelle Daniel. Suppose he is a new French teacher and he says, Je m'appelle Daniel. Je m'appelle Daniel. To ask his age, you will use Quel âge avez-vous? Which age? Quel, Quel means which. And sometimes it means what also, but here Its meaning is which. Which age do you have? Quel âge avez-vous? So the person answers, J'ai 30 ans. J'ai means I have, 30 means 30, and ans means years. J'ai 30 ans means I am 30 years old, or I have 30 years of age. Next question is, where do you live? Où habitez-vous? Où habitez-vous? Vous is very much similar to आप. When we say आप in Hindi, in French it is vous. Où habitez-vous? Where do you live? So the person says, j'habite à Paris. Je habite à Paris. Suppose if one of you asked me, où habitez-vous, monsieur? So then I will say, je habite à Indore. Because I live in Indore, we say, je habite à Indore. Habiter is an ER ending regular verb. First, we use s'appeler verb, S apostrophe A double P E L E R verb. Conjugation with je is m'appelle, je m'appelle. Je m'appelle means I call myself. Then we used avoir verb to tell the age. Avoir verb is used to tell the age and possession. Suppose you want to say I have two pencils. So you will say j'ai deux crayons. J'ai deux crayons. And third verb which we are using here is habiter. Habiter means to live. Habiter, and the conjugation you are seeing with the subject pronoun vous. Vous means to talk with an elder person or to a group of people. Où habitez-vous? Habitez. And OU with grave accent, it means where. It's an interrogative adjective. Okay, so I hope we did the recapitulation of the previous class which was held on Saturday. Now we will learn the names of fruits and vegetables. The fruits and vegetables in French language. Suppose we are starting, first of all, we will start with les fruits. Les fruits means the fruits. Les, les is the definite article. Les, les means the, the of English. And it is used before plural nouns. I repeat, plural nouns. And after this class, when this video will be uploaded, you should write all these fruits, vegetables names, conversation, numbers, and greetings in your notebook. This is lesson number 2. Lesson name is Présente-toi. You have to make a new notebook for French language in which you will write all these fruits and vegetables names, greetings, numbers, and conversations. Ananas. The first fruit is ananas. Here we are pronouncing the last letter S. In last class, as I told you, only 1% time we use the last consonant. If a consonant is there in any vocab or greeting, only 1% of the time we use the last consonant, whether it is T, S, D. So ananas. Ananas means pineapple. Ananas is pineapple. I hope you are repeating after me. Ananas. Ananas means pineapple. Second fruit which is given is orange. Orange. Spelling is same as in English, but the pronunciation is little different. A we are pronouncing A. As you all of you already know, A is pronounced as A in French, not A. So orange. In English, it's orange. En français, c'est orange, and it is a color also. Next fruit is poire. Poire is pear. It looks like apple, but it is little bit uh, bigger. It means vertically the height is little bit bigger. Poire, P-O-I-R-E, poire. It means pear in English. Poire, like soir, like noir. You saw the color also noir at last of the uh, last lesson in lesson number 14 in class 4th. If all of you are having the book, the textbook of class 4th, please go through it again and again, because most of the things are going to repeat from there, so it will be very helpful for you till the schools reopen. Poire means pear. Next fruit is pêche. Ch is pronounced like sh in French. Pêche. Pêche is peach. Peach. It is a kind of fruit, little bit reddish color, and on top it is little yellow. Pêche. Pêche is peach. Banan. Banan is banana. Banan. Banane. Banan. Banan is banana. Kiwi. Kiwi is same as in English. Kiwi. Banan. Kiwi. Next fruit is cerise. Ce is cerise. Ri is re and se once again is cerise. Cerise is cherry. Small red color fruit, cherry. In French is cerise. Next fruit is pomme. Pomme you learn in class 4. If you remember, second last page, there were some fruits and vegetables. That's why I am telling you to go through that book again and again. Pomme, Pomme. Pomme is apple. Pomme is apple. Mong. Mong is mango, or we can say mango is called in French mong. Mangue. Mong. Mong is mango. Next one is papaye. 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 Papaye is papaya in English. I repeat, papaye. Papaye is papaya. Raisin. Raisin. Raisins. Raisin. Raisin is grapes. I will repeat all the fruits names once again. Ananas, orange, poire, pêche, banane, kiwi, cerise, pomme, mangue, papaye, et raisin. I hope you are repeating after me. Ananas, orange, poire, pêche, banane, kiwi, cerise, pomme, mangue, papaye, et raisin. Raisin means grapes. Okay, now let's see some vegetables name in French. First one is pomme de terre. Pomme de terre. Pomme de terre is potato, or potato in French is pomme, Pomme, pomme de terre. Terre means soil or earth, means apple of earth. Do you understand? Because you can see pomme is apple normally, but apple of earth or soil is potato, because that apple is grows up on the trees, but this was it we plant it in the soil. Pomme de terre, that's why terre means soil or earth. Pomme de terre. Next one is tomate. T is pronounced like t, like taraju, like talwar in Hindi. T, not t like tomato, but t like taraju. So tomat, tomat, tomat is tomato. Next is Primavera. Primavera. Primavera means green chili. Pima is chili and ver means green. As I told you, we learned some colors name also at the end of fourth class. So green was ver. Pima means chili, but in French, the adjective of color comes after the noun. Not in English. In English, it is before the noun. Suppose I say red table, white house, but in French, I will say maison blanche. I hope you remember the word maison, maison, and blanche means white, blanche. So in French, the adjective of color is always placed after the noun. So pima vert, green chili. Next vegetable is chou. Ch is sh, chou. Ou is u, chou. Like chou, shoe in English. The pronunciation is same for chou, schou. Chou. Chou means cabbage. Pata gobi. Chou means cabbage. Next vegetable is chou fleur. Chou fleur. Fleur means flower. As you studied in class 4, fleur is flower. Lesson number 9, page number 56, 57. All the nouns were there, at least 45 nouns, masculine and feminine. Go through them again and again to improve your vocabulary. Chou means chou fleur means cauliflower. Chou fleur is cauliflower and only chou is cabbage. Next is epinard. Epinard. Epinard is spinach. Palak. Epinard. 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 Epinard means spinach. Epinard is spinach. Okay, let's revise once again all the fruits and vegetables from the beginning. First is ananas. Ananas is pineapple. Orange. Orange is orange. Poire. It's pear. Peach. It's peach. Banan. It's banana. Kiwi. Same pronunciation. Kiwi. Cerise is cherry. Pom. Apple. Mong. Mango. Papaya. Raisin is grapes. Now vegetables. Pomme de terre. Pomme de terre is potato. Pomme de terre is potato in English. Tomate, tomato. Tomate is tomato. Pima vert is green chili. And if it is red chili, we will say Pima rouge. Rouge is Rouge. Rouge. Chou. Chou is cabbage. Chou is cabbage. Chou fleur, cauliflower. Epinard, spinach. Okay, now we will learn numbers as I told you in last class from 21 to 40. The numbers are called les nombres in French. Les nombres. Les nombres means numbers. Présentation. Presentation means introduction. Number 20 was 20. Number 20 was 20. Now you have to pay a little attention. The number is similar as 21, 22 means each and every time you are using from 21 to 29 the number 20. 20 means 20. And then you say et means and 1, 20 and 1. In English we say 21, but in French is 20 and 1, 30 and 1. So you have to remember now after 20 you have to just remember 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then you have to add 1, 2, 3 with a hyphen in front of them. Suppose 20 is 20, 20 is 20, 21 is 21, 21 is 21. So you see in 21 and 31 we use et instead of hyphen. Hyphen means that dash between between the spelling of two numbers. 21 is 21, 22 is 22, 23 is 23, 24 is 24, 25 is 25, 26 is 26, 27 is 27, 28 is 28, 29 is 29, and 30, now 30 has its own spelling, is 30, 30, Trente, 30, 30 is 30. So I will repeat from 20 to 30 once again. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now we got the number 30. Its spelling is Trente. Now what we will do, as we did from 21 to 29, we will do the same with 31 to 39. First, we will write the spelling of 30. Trente. 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 And then we will write et. Et means end. Et means end. And then un. Un means 1. 30 and 1. 31. Then 32, as it was in 22, as you saw in 22. I hope you can see 22. Here it is 32. 33 is 33. 33 is 33. 34 is 34. 34 is 34. 35 is 35. 35 is 35. 36 is 36. 36 is 36. 37 is 37. I repeat, 37 is 37. 38 is 38. 39 is 39. 40 is 40. You see, the word 40 is 40. It's very much similar to quarantine, because we are saying this word quarantine is coming from the Italian language, and Italian, Spanish, French and Portuguese are very much similar. They are sister languages. So you can see quarante. Quarante means 40. Quarante. And in before, when the epidemic came in 1920, the Spanish flu, so the ships, they had to sail themselves at the port for 40 days before entering in the city of Venice. I hope all of you are following the news. So in that they told that this word quarantine is coming from the Italian language, quarant. In Italian we call it quaranta. So 40 is quarant. So okay, let's make a quick revision of this word. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Suppose actuellement, right now there are 30 students in this Zoom classroom. So il y a 30 étudiants dans la classe. Il y a means there is or there are 30. 30 means 30. Étudiant means students dans la classe, in the classroom. Il y a 30 étudiants dans la classe. 31 is 31. 31 is 31. Now I am giving you a small homework. Right? Don't do it right now. Since you have already got the number 40, okay, you can see QUARANTE. Now what you have to do, you should write the number 41 to 49. Those who have understand what you have to do, I hope that you will do it, okay, and maybe in the next class you will show it to me. It is very easy, but I won't tell you how to do. I'm just giving you the example of 31 to 39. If you pay attention, then you will be able to write from 41 to 49 easily. Okay, so 31 is 31, 32 is 32, 33 is 33, 34 is 34, 35 is 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 et 40. 41 say 41. I gave you a hint. I hope you understand. Then you will be able to do from 41 to 49. And 50 is second. If you are having the book of class 4, you can check the spelling of cinquante. Cinquante means 50. Then you will be able to do from 51 to 90. And the page number 60 is also there in that particular book. So from 41 to 60, you can do it on your own, but I will tell you in the next class also. Okay, now let's learn, let's see the culture and civilization of this lesson number 2. Now the French national festival, La Fête nationale française. The French national festival is on the 14th July. La Fête nationale française means the French national festival. You see, French is written at the last, national is written at the middle, and fête is written at the first position. La Fête nationale française, the French national festival is, est is être verb, le means on the 14th of July. The French national festival is on the 14th of July. La monnaie unique européenne. La monnaie means the currency. Unique means which is used in 25 or 26 countries of European continent of the European Union. So the La monnaie unique européenne means the European common currency is, est is euro, et l'euro. La monnaie unique européenne est l'euro. Third, le drapeau français. Le drapeau means the French flag. Le drapeau français. Drapeau means flag. DRAPEAU. Pronunciation is drapeau. Le drapeau français est de couleur bleu. Bleu means blue. Blanc means white. Et rouge and red. The color of French flag is blue, white and red. Le drapeau français est bleu et de couleur. The French flag is of the color blue, white and red. I hope you remember. You draw in your class 4 textbook also. La France est en Europe. France is situated in European continent. La France est en Europe. Europe means Europe, European continent, Europe. La France s'appelle aussi l'Hexagone. The France is also called hexagon. I hope you did the worksheet which was uploaded on Saturday on Schoolroom. And if you have not done it, you should do it because the answers are here. La France s'appelle aussi. The France is also called. Aussi means also. AUSSI. Aussi. Aussi means also. Lexagon. Lexagon means the shape of an hexagon. Geometrical figure of an of the map of France is very much similar to the similar to a hexagonal shape. Hexagon. I hope all of you understand. La France s'appelle aussi l'Hexagone. In French language, when we use the word l'Hexagone, it means it refers to France, not to the geometrical figure. La France s'appelle aussi l'Hexagone. La capitale de la France est Paris. The capital of France is Paris. The capital of France is Paris. Paris s'appelle aussi la ville lumière. Paris is also called the city of lights. Paris s'appelle aussi la ville lumière. So this is the culture and civilization of lesson number 1 and 2. I made you revise so you learn all these things because all these things will be appearing during the exam. You should write them in your notebook as I told you also in the last class that you should make a new notebook for French language for class 5. Now let's see some greetings in French. In last class also I showed you some greetings. Now we will continue with the others because greetings are we use throughout whole life and we should practice it again and again. At home also you should practice it with your parents, siblings, your grandparents, everyone you should practice them. Excuse me. Excuse me means excusez-moi in French. Have a good journey. Have a good journey is bon voyage. Happy birthday. Happy birthday is bon anniversaire. Bon anniversaire. Happy New Year is bonne année. Happy New Year is bonne année. Now désolé. If you want to say someone sorry, it's désolé. Désolé means sorry. Means you made a mistake, so you can apologize yourself while telling désolé. While writing, girls will write an extra e which is given in the bracket. It means désolé is also masculine and feminine, but while orally there is no difference, but when you write, all the girls will write extra e, like you write ne in your nationality, or for an adjective you add an extra e. Pardon. Pardon is pardon me or excuse me. Pardon is pardon me or excuse me. Welcome. When you welcome someone at your place, at your home, so you say bienvenue. Bienvenue. Welcome. Bien means well and venue come is venue. Venue means come. Welcome is bienvenue. See you later. See you later is à plus tard. Suppose you are going to see anyone after few times, so you say see you later, à plus tard. Next one is good luck. Good luck is bonne chance. Bonne chance, good luck. Cheer up. Cheer up. Suppose you are encouraging someone for a match, for an exam, you can say bon courage. Cheer up is bon courage. Next one is felicitation. Felicitation in English is congratulations or congratulations in French is félicitations. Félicitations. Congratulations. Yes is oui. Yes is oui. Oui, monsieur. Oui, madame. Oui, mademoiselle. No is no, but the spelling is little different. N-O-N. N-O-N is no. Je t'en prie. Like in last class you saw je vous en prie. Now that was for formal. You are welcome. And for informal it is je t'en prie. Je t'en prie. T apostrophe en. Je t'en prie. You are welcome. Informal. Avec plaisir. Avec plaisir it means in English with pleasure. Avec plaisir monsieur. Avec plaisir madame. Très bien is very well. Très bien is very well. And if you don't understand while teaching is a teacher is teaching you in the classroom, you can say répétez s'il vous plaît monsieur, répétez s'il vous plaît madame. Répétez s'il vous plaît means can you repeat please. Répétez s'il vous plaît. Répétez s'il vous plaît. Can you repeat please. Enchanté is nice to meet you. Enchanté is nice to meet you. Girls will write an extra E as you can see in bracket while writing. While speaking, there is no difference. Boys and girls both will say enchanté. Enchanté means nice to meet you. Suppose in this new session you are going to meet some new students. So you can say on the first day enchanté, enchanté and his or her name. Enchanté means nice to meet you. So that's it for today's class. I am going to unmute you for a minute. Okay, wait a minute.